if you look on internet, there's a lot of blogs saying Coca-Cola or maybe the vinegar is going to destroy and remove the rust. So I do have a chain that's so rusted it barely moves at all. It's just really stuck. So I'm going to dip it first in Coca-Cola, then in vinegar. This one, by the way, is 7%. It's stronger than the vinegar regular one. And I'm going to let it soak for maybe a couple of days. This end I put a small thread white one is going to be the vinegar side, and this one is going to be the Coca-Cola side. Let's just try with the Coca-Cola. So that's fresh Coca-Cola, and see how it goes after a couple of days. Let's see, actually I did let it sit for 3 days. 3 days. I didn't change the cola, it's just the same. And it's still stuck. Still, it's just no way. So yes, this was rusted, that's for sure. And just toast this thing so you can see better. So no way, there's links that are completely seized. It didn't change absolutely anything in my opinion. Maybe the links that were loose already, I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. Maybe there is some difference, maybe. But those links are completely stuck. This one too, absolutely stuck. You can tell they break loose. It's hard to say. We just tried this one. So this side, has not been treated with anything. Let's see if I can break maybe a link loose, and you see I can break it the same way at the other side. It's just the same way. So no, is it cleaner? It does not appear to be cleaner. Obviously it's wet, so this one looks dry and this one looks wet. But the links that were stuck, badly stuck, are still completely stuck, impossible to I didn't expect miracle, obviously. It's not a designated solution that will destroy the rust or convert the rust in something else, but I think if there is change, it's not significant. So let's put this on the side and let's go for the vinegar part. This is the vinegar. I didn't drink the cola, by the way. It's better not to. So again, this is Allen's vinegar, which yes, it says 7% acetic acid. If that's the thing that's attacking the rust, I don't know. This side, it's the dry one, and the one with the small thread I put on it, just to remember which. So it's not completely submerged. Okay, so third day in the vinegar solution, it completely changed color actually. This is not the Coca-Cola, this is the vinegar. And it's interesting, if you can see at the bottom of this cup, you actually can see bits of rust. So the thing is actually, if I would stir it, you will see perhaps better. There is quite a few bits of rust at the very bottom, which was not the case with Coca-Cola. You can see them perhaps better right now. Is those bits? It's quite a few. I mean, it's an amount. And again, it did change the color quite significantly. It looks like some brandy. Okay, so the area that was submerged was about from here to here. Let's see if I think, let's see, this one we're stuck. Oh yes, they move. It actually moves. Okay, and it was, if you look back in the video, it was completely stuck, completely stuck. It does move. Not going to say that it's, if you can see perhaps also my hands, look at this. This is like rust spilling off. It was really rusted. So it does, clearly did work. By how much? That's hard to, let's say subjectively, perhaps it did unstuck it, maybe 30-40%. It's still not normal movement, but it's absolutely different than the Coca-Cola stuff. And it does appear, let's see, close up, it does appear to be cleaning the rust off. If I will just scrub it like this with my fingernail, it looks like it's a shiny new metal. It looks just like it was new. It's still dirty, obviously. I'll need to use a brush or something. To me, this thing worked just enough. I'm not saying it is going to make it like new, but it did work just enough. I believe it. I will leave it for a few more days. Maybe it's going to improve even more. But yeah, I mean, this was completely stuck. You can tell actually by the force I need to rotate it, but this was so stuck, and it actually did unstuck the small bits of chain. Yeah, I would say that vinegar, it's going to help even quite significantly, actually, if you let them sit, let that rusted parts that you have, let it sit perhaps 1 week or 2 weeks. And again, this being 7%, I know if you, at least I'm in Canada, if I would go in my grocery store, perhaps even some hardware stores, there is a vinegar that it's meant for house cleaning. It's a industrial vinegar, not for food, not comestible. And that one you may find it has actually 10% acetic acid. This one being 7, the regular one it's 5. So it's a 10 is going to be perhaps even stronger, better results. My conclusion on this is don't expect miracles. It's going to depend how badly it was rust apart, but it is worth trying. It is worth trying. I'm aware, of course, this video was not meant to test those penetrating oils. I do have penetrating oils. You obviously are going to get results with those, but I think the vinegar, if you get a stronger one, stronger concentration, 7 or 10%, is going to work. And perhaps the advantage of the vinegar is that it's going to be smellless. It's not going to smell. Even when you remove it from vinegar, it's not going to have residuals. It's not going to, those penetrating oils are nasty. They do smell and they do stick. They are greasy also. So vinegar, perhaps it's an option. It's an option if you have the time. Like I said, several days, even several weeks, perhaps it's going to be an option that costs basically nothing, and it's less messy, perhaps. Okay. So I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised, at least compared to the junk Coca-Cola thing. Junk in the terms of working on these things, on rust. The vinegar, actually, it's not just winner, but it's recommended, perhaps, just to give it a try. Thanks for watching.